So we're going to start with building exam readiness. Now, if I log in as a student, this is the student website. I'm going to show you the teacher website a little later, but I think it's really important at this time of year that the students are working as much as they can independently, because one, you don't have the time to have lots and lots of lessons. And secondly, if they're able to maximize their free time for revision, that will help drive their improvement in progress. So everything I'm going to show you until I say different is on the student site. So when the students log in, they actually get access to a huge volume of content without any teacher getting involved. And at this time of year, one of our most popular areas is down here, and it's called My Courses. Now, My Courses actually takes all of the GCSEPod content, that's videos and assessment, and collates that into what we call exam playlists. So if your students are getting ready to sit an exam, they can come onto this area, choose the exact exam that they are working towards, and you can see we even include the date, so we've made it as easy as possible for them to find their exam. They can click the exam name, and they now have effectively a one-page revision guide for that whole exam. Now, this is the foundation paper, paper 2. So I've chosen maths as my example, but this works for all of our subjects. And the students can use this as a brilliant way to look through all of the topics that they might be examined on in the exam. For every topic, there are videos. So if they want to revise that topic before testing their knowledge, they can watch the short video. So let's watch a few seconds of factors and multiples.
An integer is a whole number, negative or positive, including 0. 25 and -3 are both integers, but -2.5.
Here we go. I'll turn the sound off, but you can keep watching. So the videos are short, and that's crucial for good exam preparation. Students can tackle multiple topics in a short period of time, getting all the knowledge they need in these concise videos, just like they would get in a revision lesson at school. Now, once they've watched the videos, there are then activities for them to complete to test their knowledge. We're going to talk more about this later, so I won't go into too much detail, but as you can see, they can then test their knowledge, get self-marking results, and then use that to identify where their weak areas are and what they should be brushing up on in their exam playlist. Now, what a lot of students will do and their teachers will recommend is not to watch every single video, but cherry pick the ones that are designed to support their areas of weakness. So if, for example, the students have just done a mock paper, which I'm sure many of yours have done recently, what the students can do is, with your support, go through, highlight using the little star icon, the videos or the content that they feel they need to revise more fully. And that means when they come back to this playlist, they can focus on those starred topics and cover them first. So that is our exam, what we call exam playlist. So that's really brilliant for the students in terms of getting that holistic view of all the knowledge they need for that exam. But some students may be tackling another challenge, which is a passing grade. Now, in English and maths, we actually have specific differentiated content just for students who are targeting a grade 4 or a grade 5. Now, this is currently only available in English and maths, so I'll run through it swiftly. If we look at Achieved English as an example here, what you'll find is that in our Achieve content, we've broken up the course a little differently to what you saw in the exam playlist. So rather than giving the students access to everything, we have focused their attention on the key areas that will help them get that passing grade. Now, just like I showed you before, each section has both video content and assessment content so that they can revise, check their knowledge and revise again. But because this is for students that are perhaps lower prior attainers, we also have some workbook content which they can do with a parent, with perhaps a teaching assistant, or in class with you, their teacher as well. And these workbooks are a fantastic pre-exam tool because they will help the students work their way slowly and gradually towards exam style questions. So they start off with some more quiz style questions, quite simple knowledge checkers, and they build up slowly to those more challenging exam style questions. So if you're working with students who are at that lower prior attainment level or that are perhaps resitting English and Maths, these achieve subject areas are a fantastic option for them. And lastly, in building exam readiness is our skills pods. Now, some of our subjects are very, very knowledge-based curriculums like science. Others are very skills-based. And so for those, we've actually built a different style of video, which is much around technique and exam technique. So if I show you our English language course, so here we have all of our content broken down as per the specification. So we've got a whole topic on reading, a whole topic on writing, but we also have an AQA specific section on exam success and example responses. Now, this is, as you can see, exam board specific. I'm currently set up with AQA. We have the same for IGCSE, for Edexcel, and the other exam boards, WJC, and so on. So here it will actually take the students through step by step how to approach paper 1 or paper 2. It's a little bit like a walking, talking mock, if that's something you've done before. So the videos here are broken into 2 types. We've got tips for success, which is all about exam technique, how to approach the paper. So let's watch a few seconds of this one.
Okay, in this video, we're going to talk through how to approach AQA English Language Paper 1, Question 1. It's the first question you'll deal with on this paper, and overall it's worth 4 marks. So you get 1 mark for each correct piece of information you list. Before you even get to the exam room, it's a really good idea to revise which assessment objective each question examines.
There we go. So this will take the students through each question in the paper, what the assessment objectives are and how to approach that question, how much time they should spend on it and so on. The follow-up video then takes the student through some example responses, some strong responses and some weaker responses. So let me show you a few seconds of this video.
1. That's your ability to identify and interpret explicit and implicit information and ideas. In this case, the question deals only with explicit information. In other words, pulling out the facts that are clearly stated and definitely true. Keep that in mind as you reread the first part of the source from lines 1 to 6 and list 4 things Montag does in this part of the source. It's worth 4 marks, 1 for each correct piece of information.
There you go. So you can see how it's breaking down a particular question rather than just the theory and showing student A's response, and then there'll be a student B's response and identifying what the differences are and why one is a stronger or weaker answer. So these, what we call exam tips and example responses, these are available in geography, in English, and some of our other subjects, and they're fantastic for building exam readiness.